Hi, in today's lesson we're going to learn how to do part 3 of the Cambridge First Certificate Reading and Use of English exam. If you haven't seen my videos on how to do Reading and Use of English Part 1 and 2, I suggest you check them out first by clicking the link above or down below now. Also remember to subscribe to my channel Oxford English Now by clicking the button down below so as not to miss out on any new English language videos, and especially videos on first certificate preparation. Also, like and share the videos with your friends and colleagues learning English. They'll thank you for it. So let's get started. Part 3 of the Reading and Use of English exam is a word formation task. So it's very similar to the Reading and Use of English Part 1 and 2 in that you are given a short text of between 150 and 160 words, in which there are 8 gaps plus 1 gap as an example. At the end of some of the lines and separated from the text, there is a stem word in capital letters. You need to form an appropriate word from the given stem words to fill each gap. In the test, the words will be a mix of nouns, adjectives, adverbs and verbs. Each correct answer receives 1 point. The main focus of this part of the exam is on vocabulary. It tests your ability and knowledge of how prefixes, suffixes, internal changes and compounds are used in forming words. You need to show that you understand the text beyond the sentence level. Also remember the spelling must be correct. So how do you do Reading and Use of English Part 3? Read the title and text quickly first to get a general idea of what it's about. Read carefully the words before and after each gap to decide what meaning the word has and what type of word you need. Is it a noun, a verb, an adjective or an adverb that's missing? Think about how you need to change the word in capitals to form the word you need. When you've finished, read the completed text to make sure it makes sense. So let's look at some examples. The text is called Can Plants Talk? 0 is the example and shows you how to fill out the separate answer sheet with a letter in each box. Here is the verb suggest with the added suffix shuns to make a noun. Remember to check if you need a singular or plural. If you put no s, you get no points, so you'll get it wrong. So read the whole text first to get the meaning. For question 17, we're given a verb, grow, and we need a noun. The answer is growth. Let's move on to question 18. Here we're given the word science, and we need to give the name of the person who practices science. So it's still a noun, scientists. Remember again, it's plural as there's more than one scientist in the group. It must also conjugate with the following verb, have, so needs to be plural here. Question 19. From the context we can see that we need to change the given verb, behave, to the noun, behaviour. Moving on to question 20. Here we're given the word equip and need to find the corresponding noun. We need to add the suffix meant, equipment. Question 21. The given word is the verb record, and from the meaning of the sentence and the presence of the definite article, the, we can see that we need a noun in the gap. The noun formed from record is recording, and here we can either use the singular or the plural, as both work within the meaning and grammar of the text. Question 22. Again, we're given a verb, discover, and we can see that we need a noun as there is an indefinite article, an. The noun is discovery, and as an refers to a singular noun, there should be no s. For question 23, we need to understand the meaning of the sentence to know that we need a negative adjective, as we are comparing what the scientists have discovered in the past when scientists didn't know that plants could communicate. So we change aware with the prefix un to give the opposite meaning, unaware. Finally, question 24. Here we're given the noun value and need an adjective as it's describing the information. The adjective from value is either valuable, valued, or invaluable. Here there are 3 possible answers. So now you've completed the text, reread it to check the words you have added make sense. So here we've completed a reading and use of English part 3 question together, and you can see the sort of answers that are required. And we've also seen a mixture of verbs, nouns and adjectives requiring different suffixes and prefixes. Go to my website oxfordenglishnow.com for a list of all the word formations I have seen in first certificate tests under the exams tab, and under FCE you will see a page for reading and use of English part 3. So to summarise, here are my tips for first certificate reading and use of English exam part 3. Read the title and the complete text quickly to get an idea of what the text is about. Read carefully before and after each gap, and pay careful attention to the meaning of the text to help you think what kind of word goes in the gap. Is it a noun, a verb, an adjective, or an adverb? If using a noun, check whether it needs to be singular or plural. If using a verb, check is it in the correct form. And if using a prefix, check whether it should be positive or negative. Be careful to spell words correctly. And when you've finished, check your answers by reading the sentence and then the completed text again. So now you know how to do reading and use of English part 3. Click here for how to do part 4, and please like this video if you found it useful. And subscribe to my channel Oxford English Now for more free English language videos out every Friday. Thank you for watching.